Do you have an idea that your circle has 4 phases as a woman, and these 4 phases of your monthly circle comes with expected practices and the kind of food you should eat so that it can enhance your overall health and your overall hormonal health? What is expected of you in your luteal phase is not what you should do in your ovulatory phase. And if you try it in your ovulatory phase, you are trying to cause chaos and your body will react. So no wonder maybe you have been doing some of these things and you had no idea why your body has to react the way it used to react, and maybe it's not what you want. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle as a woman and what is expected of you in these 4 phases. It is very important you understand your body as a woman. This way, when you understand your body, you know exactly what to feed her. These and many more is coming on today's video. Stay tuned. To even start with, you can't do life without God. Take it or leave it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Nalwe Ifoma here. Thank you for taking your time to watch this playlist of period and so many information you need to get there about your health. And thank you for also watching other videos on the Christian Girl Vibe Live, Hide My Identity, and so many other vlogs on this channel. So to start with, every woman goes through 4 phases in her life. Like every month, we have the menstrual phase, we have the follicular phase, we have the ovulatory phase, and the luteal phase. And what I'm sharing here is the practices you need understanding these phases, the practices you should engage in, and the kinds of food, right, you should also take to help the overall health of your body. It is wisdom for a woman to understand her body. If you are able to understand you and understand this body of yours, then you will know how to treat her with love and how to be maybe understanding in some certain phases of your circle. So let's talk about the first one, which is your menstrual phase. This particular phase marks the starting of your menstrual cycle, where you begin to experience like the blood flow coming out from you, which lasts for about 1 to 5 days for some persons. Some persons have theirs, 3 days, while some persons have theirs in 5 days. Like my girlfriend used to have hers in 3 days, and while me, I have mine in 5 days. This is that phase where your uterus is shedding its lining, and this is the same phase where your estrogen and your progesterone level are quite low. So what is expected of you to do in this season or in this particular phase? Relax and relaxation. You should not be expected to do heavy work, especially when you are having your period. That is not the season where you should begin to stay very active, except for there are some persons who it is during their period that they normally experience this hyperactive activity that they can clean the house, mop the floor. People like me, I used to experience that like a day or two before my period comes. But during those 3 to 5 days of your period, you should like really take time to enjoy your body, take time to love your body, take time to understand your body, take time to relax. What are some of the things you can be doing? You can practice meditation, right? You can just take your time and enjoy that slow moment. It's going to be very slow for you. Don't get angry or mad at yourself. In that particular phase is only going to last for between 3 to 5 or 6 days, like at most. What should you consume in this particular phase? You have to consume the iron rich foods that are rich in iron. We have the leafy greens, your vegetables, and lean meat to replenish lost iron. Secondly, you have to stay hydrated. Do your best to stay hydrated, more especially, or more recommended, is there what like more recommended, more especially you staying hydrated with warm water. That is not a season where you consume, like you drink a lot of cold water. No, just try to see that you take warm water. Also place some water in your tummy, if it helps you. And this is not the season. This is the season where you begin to have a lot of sugary cravings, but try your best not to yield to it. I know sometimes you'll be like, oh, your body wants this and you have to give it to her. Try your best not to really yield to it. Just stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. During this particular phase, the body begins to prepare for ovulation. It's at this phase that the follicles stimulating hormones stimulates the ovaries to produce eggs, and it's at this point that your estrogen levels begin to rise. What are you expected to do? What are the practices that you're expected to carry out in this particular season? This particular phase of your menstrual cycle is that phase where you feel energetic. Your energy level is beginning to rise, right? This is where you begin to engage in strength, trainings or cardios. As for the food, you have to eat protein-rich foods like your beans, your fish, your lentils to support your muscle recovery, and then you have to go for whole grains. You have to incorporate carbohydrates into your meal. These whole grains help you to sustain, your energy. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Every information I'm sharing here are for educational purpose. Do not use this as to replace your diagnosis. If you're experiencing maybe more than 31 days of your period, like of your cycle, be sure to see your doctor. Ovulation occurs in the middle of your period of your cycle if you have the 28 days cycle, and this is the period where matured eggs are released down your uterus to go and play, and look for some sperm that will fertilize them into babies. So this is the phase, if you're planning to have a child or children, this is the phase where you have to, this particular phase of your cycle is what you should utilize and play your game well, play your game well. But if you are not looking for a child, do not have sex during this phase. But that doesn't mean that you cannot get pregnant. Maybe in other phases, the chances there are very slim, they are very tiny. But if you are looking for when to really, get this thing done, this is the phase, which is why it's important to have this knowledge about your body, what is expected of you, the kind of practices, the kind of food to eat, and so you can prepare you for every phase you go through in your cycle. It is also at this phase that your estrogen level is at its peak, right? So everything, your body is energized, your body is just ready to do what she wants to do. So it's actually in this particular phase, in the follicle phase and also in your ovulatory phase, that you can focus more on executing your projects, those tasks you have, those goals you have, right? Because at these phases, your body, your energy level has risen, and you can really engage in, strength retaining exercises. You can engage, and your mind is sharp, your body is normal. Your body is really excited at this point. So this is the phase where if you have tasks, your goals, your plans, begin to execute them in this particular phase. This is also the phase where you need to eat healthy fats, like healthy fat from your avocado, from your fish, which you need that omega-3 fatty acid. You can also take walnuts because they all help together in production of your hormone. This is also that phase where you take a lot of colorful vegetables and fruits, like your carrot, your cucumber, your mango, your avocados. Yeah, just think about colorful vegetables and fruits. Consume a lot of them in this particular ovulatory phase of your cycle. Is this cycle? Cycle of your cycle. After ovulation, the empty follicles transform into a structure called the corpus luteum. Is it lithium? Lithium. This particular structure is what produces your progesterone, which now helps your uterine lining to begin to prepare for potential pregnancy. That was if, fertilization occurred. But if fertilization did not occur during your ovulatory phase, your estrogen and progesterone levels begin to drop. And this will now lead you to a start of a new cycle. If the eggs were fertilized, your body begins to prepare for pregnancy. If the eggs are not fertilized, your estrogen and progesterone levels will drop, and your body will prepare to evacuate everything evacuatable, and this will now lead us to your menstrual cycle. What practice should you do in this season? This is where you begin to gradually practice stress reduction activities, like your meditation, like you understanding that maybe your body may not want to be active and fast to do the things you used to do while you're in your follicular and your ovulatory phase, right? This is the period where you begin to gradually nurture her and love her and take good care of her in preparation for that, your menstrual phase. And this is the same season where you begin to experience some mood changes. So what some of the food you may want to eat are magnesium rich foods that will help you elevate maybe some bloatings and also help work on your mood swings. This is also that season where you need to stabilize your sugar level. So you may want to start incorporating sweet potatoes into your meals. It's one of the food that will really help you. And remember, this is not that period where you need to take all these artificial sugars. Remember, we're talking about you taking care of your body, this body that God has given to you to steward. So in conclusion, if you have the 28-day cycle or the 31-day cycle, the whole point or goal of this particular video is to bring you to the knowledge, right? And then you will now have understanding and wisdom, which is the application of the understanding you have from the knowledge you have acquired, so that you can promote your body. Remember, God has given you your body to steward, so it's super it is wisdom for you to take care of this body and understand this is, if you are trying to overcome procrastination or laziness, understanding your cycle will help you go a long way in knowing if you are really a lazy person, a procrastinating person, or maybe you have not just understood your cycle. But if you've come to really understand your cycle, it will help you understand, okay, if in my follicular or in my ovulatory phase, I appear to be procrastinating and lazy, then I'm truly lazy. But if I experience some of these things during my luteal phase and during my menstrual phase, then it is quite understandable because the body is trying her best to work in accordance to her energy levels. So I just hope this particular video helps you. If it does, do not forget to like, subscribe, share, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Share this with other young people. We have a lot of young ladies who look up to you as their role models. Share this out and feed them with healthy, good information and knowledge that would really enhance the quality of their lives. I'm still Nalo Ifeoma, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.